Hello, welcome back to Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. Future Connected. Last time, we did some story. This time, we did not do some story until we kill this dude.
The enemy's weak, but don't drop your guard. Now, prove yourself.
Okay,
Shadow Eye.
this is a new enemy we haven't fought before. So that means we should be able to get, some, whatever the frick they are, I don't remember. The thing you get from beating unique monsters and fog beasts.
That was close.
To let you upgrade your arts. To be perfectly honest though, I have never once upgraded my arts in my original playthrough, and I did perfectly fine. So, I don't think I need to do it, but, I will just in case I need it. I don't know. So, getting as many things as we can to go and do that will be good.
I shall do my best too.
Everyone, let's go.
Dead.
Good job, everyone.
Here we go.
We need more. But we cannot be reckless.
Items grabbed. So now, we gotta do, not arts, actually, yeah, arts, just gonna go and upgrade the very important ones. There we go. Anyway. We're gonna go back over to Grandel to go and accept some side quests, because, yeah. Let's see. I know I just walked past one. There's one I want to do first, because that lets us do other ones, I believe.
Hello.
Hello? Sigh, Miss Tyra, what a woman. So cool and aloof, so athletic, and that sharp profile. The sight of her pierces my heart and nails me in place every time. I have made my mind up. I will create my finest culinary creation yet, and dedicate it to Tyra to win her heart, and how she will swoon. After all, conventional wisdom has it that opposites attract, so a powerful woman like her must want a homebody like me. You're friends with Tyra, right? You'd want to make her happy, right? Well then, you'll help me out, right? If you happen to get some cream wheat, angel bream, and gentle clams, please give them to me, okay? Thanks, friends, I'm counting on you. Mine Tyra's happily ever after is hanging in the balance. No problem, leave it to me. With this a shulk here, we'll finish in quick snap. Okay. This side quest is going to be a pain in the ass. And that is because, normally I have a lot of problems, getting all the materials needed. So, let's just see how it goes. We're gonna be doing other side quests at the same time as this one, just because we're gonna go and grab every item we can for it right now. Leave me alone! I will murder you.
Everyone, let's go.
Oh, crap. Get up!
Sorry to bother you. I am fine. Ready and able.
Okay. So it's immune to, break. That sucks. Leave me alone! Okay. Massive damage attempt.
Ponspectors, heed my call.
Okay, that's good amount of damage. Let's see what goes on. Yeah, what happens, yeah. What we do. That was not as good as I thought it would be. Okay. We're doing alright. Ah, heck.
We haven't lost yet.
I've no time for lie around. Summon bolt.
It's almost dead.
Velia, nice one.
No steely thunder leading. Things are going to plan.
Just gonna spam arts and hope that works. Here we go.
Pretty good.
Let us hurry onwards. Did Nene knock off socks?
Here we go. Got a new weapon. I hope it's better than we have for Aquino already. Let's see if it actually is, though. Oh, yeah. More HP up. Yeah. Just topple plus because that's kind of funny. Oh yeah, that's way better. There we go. And now we can just go and collect this item here. And of course, wrong button. And of course, we're gonna waste it immediately right there. Because, I mean, like, we want to complete the Collectopedia and also do the side quest, so, you know. It's kind of a lose-lose for me, because, like, I have two things I want to do, and they both conflict with each other. But at the very least, it tells us exactly where the item we need is. So, you know. Anyway. That's all of those we need. And we do not need them for the Collectopedia, so that's good. And now it looks like we have no more things we can actually collect. So, that means we're going to go back here. And instead of doing the side quest, you're not the one I want, I'm going to have to find the side quest I need. I don't know what time it's available at.
Welcome.
You're the ones that helped Enos out, aren't you? I think that's the name. I make basic necessities for the folks here. To tell you the truth, we have a slight issue at the moment. Could you go into more detail? I'm working with Bartholomew to make. That's a real name. Why did I have a problem pronouncing it? To make a tool for catching fish that he dreamt up. We're still lacking. We still lack some resources. If we had some half parts and stair wire, though, we'd be laughing. I don't suppose you could help us out. We have plenty. Both of them should be relatively. Nobody cares because we already have them. Yes.
Welcome.
I see you. I can't read what you say because the freaking notification's up on the screen. What the heck? I see you've managed to find the half part and stay wire. Wonderful. I think I can implement these straight away, actually. Won't be a moment. There we have it. We have one for you. Here, have one for your troubles. Just before you go, could I also bother you to deliver one to Bartholomew? I expect you'll find him at Tranquil Tarn. We have two. He should be able to explain to you how the contraption is operated. Alright then, safe travels. Okay, so this item we just got is very, very good because it allows us to go and collect the items that we need in order to complete the side quest we accepted just before this one. The one where we have to get items for the one dude who, for some ungodly reason, wants to marry Tyrea. I mean, what? Well, I mean, I guess it's more understandable in this game than in the main game, but still, like, why? Anyway, so, if we just go and change the time to day. Hello, how are ya?
Hi there.
Hold on, isn't that, Catch a Fish DX? Isn't that the, not A? I asked, Vreda to make, that's a name, yeah. You, brought all this way for me? Oh, how wonderful. I'm glad everything worked out. You seem to have double the number. One is for your own personal use, and you want me to teach you? Say no more, I hear you loud and clear. In fact, let me give you a live demonstration right this moment. Is that not glorious? Now do you, see how easy it is to fish? Opens up a vast ocean of possibilities, doesn't it? Well, you could even fish up angel bream and, jittle clams here if you so desired. That is, if you're lucky. Those are two of the items that we need to complete the side quest we are doing. And it opens up some collection points for us to be able to go and do that. That just makes everything way easier. And also, there we go, one more item for the Collectopedia needed. I have no clue what this item is or where to find it. But anyway, yeah, so we can just go around here and more easily go and collect everything we need. So yeah, there is, I think that's like one of the two side quests opens up more collection points. The other one I think we already did, which was getting stuff to make effectively what is compost, to go and, just make the farm have more food or something like that. But yeah, now we're gonna have a way easier time going and getting all the items we need, because we have way more collection points unlocked. So yeah, that's pretty good. And also we don't need to use them for the Collectopedia anymore, so that's also nice. Now I just gotta go south and around that dude, because that guy was a pain in the ass to beat. And here we go. So, once we collect all of these, we're going to have a problem, and that's going to be that, of course, there are no more collection points for us to go to. So, to solve that, I think going to, like, Algamoth real quick, and, I'm pretty sure just traveling from one area to another, fixes or, like, resets the, collection points. So that means that we're gonna be able to actually go and get the items we need for the one side quest. Anyway, no item. So if we go back here, let's just go over here because this is probably like gonna be where the items are. Now, there could also be collection points that are only available at a certain time of day. Now, I'm not sure about that, and the reason for that is, of course, the fact that, well, basically, this game isn't as well documented as, the main game, and it looks like, yeah, we can't actually get them. So let's just go and do other side quests. I don't know if it's gonna, like, more collection points are gonna open up once if more collection points are gonna open up once the time is just going on for a bit. I don't know if that's gonna happen or not. So instead we're going to go and just go accept other side quests and just hope that those open up again. Yeah, okay, switch to Kino. Okay, yeah, I can do that. Hey Kido, you've helped me make so many friends. So I wanted to get us something special to bring us closer. Like a matching set of items we could all wear. You have any good ideas? Kido have just the ticket. We'll make Angela and friends traditional Nippon style friendship bracelets. Friendship bracelets? And you can make them, Kino? That's an amazing idea, I love it. For starters, need some elastic ivy. Angela know where to find, maybe? Elastic ivy. Right, I think my dad was using it, when he was, clearing away some rubble. Okay, I don't get how you would use ivy to do that, but okay. He was always, going off into the woods along Thul's Way. So maybe that's where the vine grows. Good, must find there. You know, go there at once. I see an item we can collect. Okay, yeah, the collection points are back open again, so let's just go and quickly grab these and yeah. Yeah, I'm assuming that they're based on, some of these collection points are based off like time of day, maybe. I don't know how you can cheese them to make it so that they are going up here immediately. I don't know if you skip travel between areas. I don't know. You just gotta, like, you can change the time or you just gotta wait. I'm not sure about that. But, anyway, I'm gonna go over here. That's a fog beast. I think we might have already fought that one, or maybe I fought that on my main save file and I just forgot which file I used. But that doesn't really matter. What matters is the fact that we don't really care about fighting them. Nobody cares about that specific fog beast. So now we can go back here. And instead of just going and complete the one side quest we just accepted, we'll go and complete the one we accepted at the start of the video. Because, I don't know. We can.
Hello.
Well, you got me the stuff. I knew you'd pull through for me. I will use these ingredients to whip up risotto, I don't know how to pronounce Italian, that will place me firmly among the great cooks of yore. With that dish, I will find my way to Tyrea's heart. Wait, I should know how to pronounce that. That's a JoJo character's name. I've watched JoJo. Well, it's been a while since I watched part 5. Whatever. Thanks, friends. I can't tell you how much it means. Be sure that when we tithe or not, you'll be the first ones to invite. If. Not when. Complete. And now he has opened up for another side quest that we accepted far earlier. We can go and do that later. I don't remember which one that was, but I know it's one of them. He's part of another side quest. We have to complete that, his own side quest before you can do the one side, whatever. Hello.
Uh-oh.
Can you discover another load of elastic ivy? Here, engine can hold on for now. Okay, understood. We'll be sure to keep them safe. Next is Sparkle Stones. Kino saw stones that look similar near Lake where Junks landed. Should we know problemo to find Sparkle Stones? If look there. We're gonna go over here. And we're gonna get completely obliterated by some monsters because there are some relatively high level monsters around here, I believe. And that's gonna be a pain to get through, I think. I see a chest. Always find it to see like a random treasure chest just unopened, just sitting there. Oh heck. Not having any real attacks is kind of annoying. I literally have 2 right now. I'm just gonna run. Press exit out. Okay. Sorry, Kino, but you're absolute garbage. Why are they still targeting me? What the heck? What is that range? Dude is still after me. Okay, there we go. Okay. I'm gonna use a better party for this and try again. Let's hope this works. Okay.
I'm ready. I see you warming up, Nene.
Manifest yourself. I feel the ether.
Here we go. One is dead already. Okay. Ah, crap, I died.
A magnificent strike. Ponspectors, you're quickly. Tend to the wounded.
Might need 3-course meal to recover.
We can't go on like this.
That wasn't that hard. Even though the game is pretending it was. I put no effort into that fight and I still won. Anyway. Let's try and get around some of these enemies and hopefully not get into any fights. Otherwise, I am going to die. Alright, there we go. I think that... Okay. That dude's just sitting there. Menacingly. That's right in front of him, so we have to kill him to get to there. Alright, let's go for it.
Everyone, stay on your guard. Nay, where the
It's just one unique monster, we shouldn't be having that much problem. The real problem is always, like massive hordes of enemies, not unique monsters. If we can just topple them, we've already basically won. I mean, sure we don't have chance axe, but still. Oh, I already messed it up, crap.
heed my call. Good to get that out of system.
Ooh, yes. I always mess that one up. Here we go. And it stays for a very, very long time. Let me just stop him for even more. Got a new item. I think it's for Nene. Wrong button. I'm so used to like the Xenoblade 2 menu being set to like the plus button. And we already have this. Okay. It's like the plus button opens up Xenoblade 2's menu. And the X button does not. That opens up the skip trial menu. So, but in this game, the plus button opens up the save menu, the X button opens up the main menu, and the Y button opens up the map. This is kind of weird. Anyway, time to change the time. There we go.
Uh-oh.
Darn it, we have to play Kino. There we go.
Uh-oh.
Kino, you're back. Did you find the sparkle stones? Materials all gathered. Kino can do all of rest. Weave in threads, put in stones. Oh, wow, I can't wait. I hope it comes out well, Kino. Kino making friendship bracelets. Nene help out also. Friendship bracelets. A harmonious theme, is it not? Yeah, totally agree. It's very caring of you, Kino. Miss Melly thinks so? Kino beaming. Okay, to work. Suspon also lend wing, please. Ooh, the bracelets you made are so pretty, Kino, thanks. I love how the stones are shiny, so fancy. Doesn't even look too flashy either, that's really cool. So these traditional Nopon friendship bracelets, Rudodo never seen before. This feel like personal growth. You're very skillful, Kino, and Nene. Can I take a closer look? Sure. Look, isn't it pretty? Hehe. This proof of friendship. Be careful not to break. Hey, Angela, did you notice? It seems you've really come out of your shell. Huh? My shell? Oh wow, you're right, I have. I guess I must have gotten over my shyness in the process. And so thanks to you, Kino. Kino also feel much less scared than before. Friends are an amazing resource. Huh? Angela, since when were you shy? Since when was Kino shy? Rudodo had no idea. Really? Wow, very happy news! I'm also happy. Thanks again, Kino, my hero bond. Here we go, quest complete. And new items. Okay. Let's go and equip them. Because literally anything is better than not having any items to use. Anyway.
Come and see.
Is it really fine to give this to Miss Melia? Using little kids to deliver your post. Grown-ups can be so lazy, I swear. That we're gonna do a bit later. It's still in the same episode. We're doing every side quest this episode. Every last one of them. But speaking of Melia, we do need to switch to her, I think, for another side quest. Maybe. I don't know. And that side quest, wrong button. I want to do this and then go. Is this one where we have to go and okay, I remember what this was. It's basically some Nopon is saying that like Ricky has like a debt to them and we have to go and make some food for him or something like that in order to pay it off.
Hello.
Hey the friends, how have you been lately? You're looking for a chef with experience cooking in the capital? Well now, it's your lucky day it appears. It just so happens I am once a chef. And since I owe you for that thing before, of course you can ask me for anything. Whoa, an enormous dessert? That sounds fab, count me in. I'll get my stuff, so do go on ahead. And here we go. Hey you late. We've been ready for ages. Can we get started already? Yes, please. Alright, then bear with me just a second. I'll go and do my thing in the kitchen. You stay here, okay? And no peeking. Why is it so big? How about that, huh? It's my latest masterpiece. I poured my life's blood into making it. Figuratively, of course. Yeah, I'd hope you wouldn't actually go and put actual blood in that. But, like, nobody would ever know because of how large it is. Feast your, eyes and mouth on. The creme, yeah, that's... It's not spelled cream, it's spelled creme. It's French. I don't know how to pronounce French. I'm just saying it like it's English. I'm just guessing that's correct. Carabel, Colossus, King of Desserts. Whoa. It looks incredibly delicious, yeah. Wonder marvelicious, as they would say. Such springy, bouncy texture. Such bountiful, curvaceous beauty. And, most best, oh my gosh, is that like a freaking Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga reference? Are you a fan of Fawful? That's perfectly reasonable. Sizeability to make Dino Beast look pale in comparison. It exceed expectations of our on all metrics, bar none. Or a raw, I don't even know. I am happy that our effort could evoke such jubilation. Does this take care of Ricky's debt then? Needless to saying, even with interest, they're enough to make change. Hereupon chose guarantor well. Right, well, feel free to dig in. The proof of the creme caramel, as they say, is in the eating. Can Aurora really? Yeah, it's. I thought there was 2-8. I don't know why. When I said it like in episode 2, I think, is when I accepted the side. Maybe it's episode 3. I don't remember when I freaking accepted the side quest. I just remember that I did. I wasn't able to complete it because of not doing freaking what is that guy's name? That side quest. Of course, you can eat it, but it's really okay for Aurora to eat a whole thing by her own self. Naturally. All right then, Aurora, accept challenge. Also, I'm more impressed by the size of that plate than the size of, like, the actual pudding. A burp? That go down lovely. Wow. I don't think I've ever seen anyone eat that much in one go. Where did he put all that away? was a number of times the size of his body. Well, not even a Rara could eat more, but taste was great while lasted. That's music to my ears as a chef. Hey, hang on. I just had a stroke of genius. I should make another giant dessert as a surprise for Miss Tyrea. Please don't. But I'll have to move fast, so I want to make it a time. Thanks, partner. This was heaps of fun. I hope you'll call on me again in the future. Now that I think on it with full tummy, it seemed like a big debt to friends for making friends repay old debt. Rara super chuffed. That's yeah, a word. That got to eat a sweet thing. Really more chuffed that friends work hard for sake of a Rara. Rara brimming with gratitude, also with pudding, but mostly gratitude. What's completed? Items. Are they better than what we have, or are they worse? Oh yeah, Tyrea's mask is also a thing. Critical up is what that gives. And also now the entire outfit matches as well, so let's actually just do that because, yeah. Instead of just being like random parts are gold for no reason. Let's see. Any other side quests we can do? You can see one over that way. Well, there's two, actually. I just saw the other one. And I hear my dog barking. Hello, Radsome.
Something on your mind?
It's you. I'm glad you stopped by. I have something I'd run by you. As a researcher, I've been doing my part to alleviate the food shortages threatening us by developing a new food source. There'll be a complete solution, meeting the nutritional requirements of all organic beings born of Bionis. I will call it Radsmalt Square, not Cubed, excuse me. See, I even have a name already, but it was the question of flavor profile that I found the hardest. Stemming my... I don't know, I don't know. Speak English! Smacking out lack a sense of taste, so it may only be natural. But it's the last step before I can call my formula complete. If only I had access to that ephemeral spice that makes any and all things into delicacies, the glutton's herb. Friends, can I persuade you to help me search for the stuff? Yeah, sure. I hear that flavor is a vitally important element of food intake for organic life. Bearing that in mind, fixing the flavor profile is almost more important than balancing the nutritional values. Hence the glutton's herb, a plant native to this region, which, when mixed in food and heated, gives it a delicious flavor. But what does delicious flavor mean exactly? It's so deeply fascinating. Rest assured that your issue will be tended to with taste. Let's go and set that as active. Required level is 70, so that's gonna be easy. And then we just go up here. And okay, so it should be at this, like the top of this thing here. Should be no problem at all to do. There we go. One. What? No. Can I target you, please? Thank you. This is a really big enemy. It's not gonna be a problem at all. Just like the side quest, I said it's gonna be no problem at all. Die. Okay. Is this a unique monster and a fog beast? That's a problem. We're not gonna fight them. I don't care for it. Anyway, you now go back to Radzim. And give him the items that he requested.
Something on your mind?
Oh, so that's the famed Glutton's herb. Now then, let me have a look-see. As I thought, this plant contains special, aromatic, compounds not found in any other species known to science. If only I could transcribe the molecular, structure and replicate the compound, it would lead me to... Oh, my apologies. My analytical, brain has run into action again. Thank you very much for this, friends. With your help, I'm a step closer to finalizing my work. Once Radmazal, cubed is ready, you will find, of course... No. You'll, of course... Why did I say fine? I don't know why I said fine. I will, of course, be more than welcome to try it and give me your honest opinions. Done. Now, let's see. Anyway, give me a second. I gotta mark down all the side quests I completed so I can see which ones I have left. Because, I want to keep track of what I've done so far. Because, yes. Let's see. Where is it? Okay, so we just have a few more left to go. So we have what? 1, 2, 3, 4 more side quests left to do. So, yeah. Should be no problem at all. The 4 side quests left. We already have 1 accepted, and I can see... What, 2 right here. By the looks of it, so let's go into this one.
Hey, okay.
Hey you, please listen. Miss Winnie is feeling sad. I don't know exactly why. It's because she lost her wedding ring while gave it from Alchemoth. That's why she's feeling blue, and I, Ardrid, have long thought it imperative that I, rescue her from her state. What? No, I don't have any ulterior motive. No word is gonna crush. Perish the thought. If I have, to call anything, I'd call it, that's it, I'd call it compassion. And, therefore I thought I ought to, present her with a new ring, but I know, not how to make one. And also I cannot move from here on account of my, duty to guard the townsfolk. And thusly I must enlist your services to seek out someone who can make a ring for me. I trust, you will assist me? Yes, I knew, you would understand. I'll return with a ring, and I might just sing. Rest assured that your issue will be tended to with haste. Yes, Nene, thank you. Much appreciated, Nene. This, problem is solved in no time. Here we go. Then it's gotta go over this way. Then just go up a bit. I don't think this dude is too high up here. Yeah, right there.
Are you that?
Oh, you're after a ring, are you? I imagine I have it in me to make a ring, no worries, but can it really be true that Ardrid wants to give it to Lady Winnie? I'm really not a big fan of his hot-headedness. Mind telling me the whole story? Oh, I see. He saw Lady Winnie feeling down and decided to cheer her up. I'm not sure about this, but if it's for Lady Winnie's sake, so be it. I'll craft him the ring. Rumor has it that Lady Winnie lost her husband going to the settlement. She really does seem lonely sometimes. Well, to business. I can't make the ring without the requisite materials. So I need you to gather some brightite for me. You should be able to find it in the stony area down the back of the Forbidden Hushland. Good luck. Collection point. Give me. I want items. Okay. Gotta go over this way. And there we go. Items. We go back here. Walk all the way back over to this one dude. Come on, walk faster, Melia.
Are you that?
Yes, I am that. You, get the bright-eyed I asked for? Alright, then it's time for me to get to work. Let's forge us a ring. Oh my gosh, sell everyone? Okay, no. Oh, there you are. Here's the ring you asked for. I still think the whole thing is a bit strange, but do go ahead and give it to Adrid. Ardred, I don't know. I haven't read Lord of the Rings in, like, forever. Now I'm thinking about it. Like, I don't even think I've seen the movies, now I think about it. I've seen, like, a tiny bit of them. Darn it, I need to do that. Maybe by the time this goes up, that'll have changed. I don't know. This is being recorded months in advance, so you know. For reference, today is the day that Nintendo is trying for the second time to, sell the, special edition for Xenoblade 3. So that is, when this is being recorded. So this is, what, the, 30th of June? So yeah. Oh, the ring is ready? What suburb make it is? Did I hear you right? Cars? Oh my gosh, it's Cars from JoJo. Okay, no. Made this, you say? Garrett, to tell you the truth, I'm no fan of that, faux, nerd scrapper. But this isn't about me, it's about Winnie. I guess I should be thankful for the ring. Miss Winnie used to live in Alchemoth with a high entity of pure blood. That's why she's alone now. Back in those days, she felt rather embarrassed to live in the capital as a Homs. But I could do, nothing but watch. But things can be different now. I can't bear to see, poor Miss Winnie wear her sorrow on her sleeve anymore. I shall give her this ring and make her a happy woman again. Thank you, so much. You have no idea, how much this means. Items. And he is gone.
Yes.
I'm sorry, to cost you, but, do you know the young Ardred and Mr. Cars? I don't know. I'm actually a little worried about them. I heard, the two of them departed for, Zekir Marga Quarry, some time ago. Well, they've been gone for a while now. I thought, they would be, back already. It's awfully presumptuous of me, I know, but wouldn't you, be so good as to look, for Ardred and Cars, I don't know. Since I lost my husband, young Ardred and Mr. Cars as well. I supposed to say Quars and not Cars, but I want to say Cars because it's funnier. Since I've got here, well, they've been nothing but kind to me. If something had happened to them, I don't know what I'd do. Rest assured that you shall be attended to with haste. Hereupon Kina will lend a little bit of Hereupon power. And okay, let's attempt to rescue them from their own foolishness. Darn, I didn't jump over that. Failed again. I failed again. I know you can do it. I just can't, because I'm not good enough to. Well, actually I am. I normally do it, like, first try, but for some reason I did not jump over at that time. Items?
Are you that?
Yes, I am that. It's you. Some coincidence running into you here, out here. Myself, well, it's as you can see, I'm harvesting high ether crystals. I know you've incorporated the crystals into your weapon, but I think they also can make for powerful armor. Ardred's got into his head that he'll make himself a weapon, but the Oaf can't see the bigger picture. To keep Lady Winnie safe, surely the key is to prioritize defensive measures. That's exactly why I... Lady Winnie asked me to search for me? Really? Seems my rash behavior has caused her no small amount of anguish. I'll be returning presently. Must waste no time putting her mind at ease. And now let's get the loud one. Actually, I want my revenge on this dude first, because he killed me earlier. Die. Okay, we're getting pretty close to being able to use my topple again. Get back here! Nene, where are you? Get up. Here we go. Time for murderization time.
Ponspectors, remind to let out!
Ooh yeah. We actually got it. And our revenge has been gotten avide. Yes. I thought I got a new item, but I didn't. What the heck? Holy crap, what are those stats? Max and minimum auto attack are 999? That's literally as good as Monado 3. Which is the blue one, in case you forgot. That's insane. What the heck? Shulk literally made a weapon that's as good as, like, a sword that can kill a god. Okay. That's kind of insanely good for him, I guess. He's good at crafting weapons. Oh, you folk. Never expected to meet you here. Me, isn't it obvious? I came to mine for Pythia crystals. I heard they let you fight back against the Fog King. Naturally, I'm getting my weapon upgraded too. It appears that Cars had the same notion, but I expect that Brainiac won't last 2 seconds in a real fight. I'm the only one who can protect Miss Winnie. Me, I'll be your sword. Huh? Miss Winnie was worried about me? Good heavens, how could I not see it? To think that I could be the source of her stress. I return presently. There's no need to fear, Miss Winnie. I shall be with you forthwith. And now we go back.
Yes.
I've heard from those two about your exploits. Thank you. Truly thank you. Young Ardred and Mr. Cars have also promised not to give me any more cause for worry, so that's nice. Both of them have been dear friends to me. I don't think I could bear losing them as well. My husband liked to tell me, Winnie, he'd say, high into our homes, none of us can live by our lonesome. I hope never have to say goodbye to anyone else ever again. Come to think of it, I haven't properly thanked Ardred and Cars for the ring. Maybe I could make them a care package here. Here we go. Now it's time to go and mark these side quests as complete. That I just did. in my notes. Okay. One more side quest before I can do the last side quest. Well, technically the last side quest is not really the last side quest, but it kind of is. Because there is, of course, another one. So there are two, why am I going here? Okay, so there are two more side quests we can do after this one. So one of them is, Ponspectors Totally Cry, and the other one is, like, something else. That's basically the, okay, yeah, everything's wrapped up side quest, everything's done. That's the side quest it is. Anyway, okay. So,
Me?
not you.
Come and see.
Miss Melia. Is something the matter? Or do you have business with me? I just got this. I was asked to, please give it to Miss Melia. So here, it's for you. Some kind of message? Impossible. What is it? What is it? I'm sorry, I'm afraid I have, quite forgotten my manners. Thank you for delivering the note. I hereby, confirm its receipt. Now, if you would be so kind to excuse me, it seems there is somewhere I must go at my earliest convenience. Oh, 76 is the required level. That kind of worries me. But, here we go. Let's just go and set it as active. The Fallen. Okay, the name of the side quest is kind of a pun, and you'll see why at the end of it. And it's kind of cursing me to say that, considering what happens at the end of the side quest, but I don't care, because it's funny. We still have to find this item, as well as a lot of items here. But we can do that later, probably tomorrow, I don't know. Well, actually, wait, I have a whole hour left to do side quests, so I don't know, maybe you can be fine. But yeah, we just gotta run every single collection point we see, and hope that that works out for us. Anyway. Gallagher! Yes, this is actually not voiced. Yes. Stuff to do with him is locked behind a side quest, even though he's part of the main story. And no, he does not appear any time ever again in the main story. The last time we saw him was the last time you'll ever see him in the story. This man, his entire character, the rest of it, is locked behind a side quest. I kid you not. Gallagher! I've been expecting you. I was quite certain you would respond to my invitation, and here you are. Do not be too pleased with yourself. I said I would spare you, but only, the offer is only good for one transgression. That right, creepy old, Birdman ought to, know when to quit. I know it didn't say old, but I said old anyway. This time you smack creepy Birdman so hard, grow up and pop for feathers. I may regret asking this, but what is your goal here? I doubt you would have gone all this trouble to stage cheery reconciliation. You are not fit to rule this new age. I beg your pardon. Though holy commingled blood runs in your veins, complicity, I don't know how to pronounce anything, that should be easy. Complicity with the pure bloods marks you as not, but a filthy traitor. But not me. I will overthrow the pure blood, and the accursed pass alongside it. I am the one suited to rule the Hyantia. After all this time, you're still clinging to delusions? Wahaha! I say it as many times as it will take. I will rule this brave new world. My commingled blood will be paramount. And you will be dirt beneath my soles. Gallagher. More than anything, I find you pitiable. Melia, don't underestimate him. I know, very well. Let us end it. By end it, do you mean his life? Because that sounds reasonable, honestly.
I will take dominion over all, and the world will be
And this fight's gonna be really hard, because we're under-leveled by a bit.
Witness my true.
I was right, it would be hard.
Scratch.
I did not expect that, okay. Okay, this should be easier now because we're actually gonna get the initiative when we fight him this time. He took us by surprise, and now we can get the initiative by getting all of our elemental orbs, whatever like they're called, elemental things deployed before the fight starts. So yeah, this should be easier now that we actually lost. You see, losing is actually a strategy, guys. Anyway.
Prepare yourselves.
Everyone, do your best.
Witness true power of hero born in training.
I will take dominion over all, and the world will be set to rights.
Okay.
Gah! Nary a scratch.
Witness my true
Know
power.
your place. Well, gah!
Okay, there we go.
Flowing through me.
Nary a
Return
scratch.
to chaos. Prepare yourself.
Don't make me laugh. Gah! Nary a
Okay, he's been inflicted with Art Seal, that's very good.
nary a scratch.
We can definitely do this.
Witness my power.
Melia,
We're getting very close to building a party gauge.
Things are going to
I
plan.
show you the way. Nary a scratch. You think you know my mind? You know nothing. Pure blood got what they deserve.
Okay,
I sense you're raring to enter the fray. Ponspectors,
almost got perfect against him.
My aim is pure. I am on
Oh, he's actually alive.
of you will never.
Good job, you actually lived from that.
your will to battle is burning bright.
This is. I can't. I.
It's so funny that this is just like not even voiced. Like even Tyrea's side quest from like the main game was voiced. Why is this one not? Cough. Why? Why? Truth, justice is on my side. The mingled blood was just a rule. You need to break free from the past. Oh, how dare you! You are so possessed by the matter of bloodlines that you use them as the sole determinant of good and evil. Just like those purebloods whom you, purport to despise once did. But no, you're wrong. I'm not, I didn't. I am nothing like them. Galgar, my countrymen though you may be, your deeds in this land, cannot be forgiven. You presume, to judge me, child. Furthermore, you merit punishment, and yet, I do not, feel fit to mete it out. Where is this going? The pain, you suffered for your mixed blood may be past, but the responsibility for it lay in part with the Imperial family. I feel that you should be afforded some consideration and recognition of that fact. It is all over, Galgar. Mend your ways and seek a new path of life, while you still have a life to live. Aha, gahaha, meme. Aha, ah, ha, ha. What? Galgar. Yes, he just killed himself. A main character of this frickin' side game kills himself in a side quest. And the only way you would know that is if you did side quests in order to, like, find this. Like, you only know his fate if you do side quests. And the funniest thing is that this side quest is actually locked behind a chain of, like, maybe, like, 3 side quests or something like that. So you have to do 3 side quests plus this one in order to find out that Kilgar dies by killing himself by falling off a cliff. That rich. Was this always the end he was destined to meet? Or was it the only end he imagined remaining open to? Melia, this isn't your fault. Let us away, friends. Our work is still far from over. Yeah, I need everyone together to defeat Nasty Fog King. You're right. The fact that he just... I can't believe they locked his death behind side quests. And it's not even voiced. Like, what the heck? Why? Oh, this is just so funny. Quest completed! Yelgar is dead. I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing his name right. I'm just saying stuff.
Towards true hero porn.
Okay. So let's see. Let me take a look at my notes. Alright. 2 side quests left. Ponspectors Till We Die, and one other one that we cannot do just yet, because we also have to do something else beforehand. And that is... go and view every single one of this game's equivalents to Heart to Hearts, which are quiet moments, which we're just now getting the tutorial for because I never even bothered to look at one. Investigate a quiet moment icon to view the corresponding quiet moment. If you don't already meet the conditions for viewing a given scene, feel free to come back to it when you do. Any quiet moment you've investigated will be added to a list found under quiet moments in the main menu's collectible screen. You can also use it to check the conditions for reviewing each event. Melia and Kino at night. Just gotta change the time. You.
Oh, such very depressed.
What is it, Kino? Has something happened?
Miss Melly.
Why the sighing? It's unlike the bright, bubbly Kino I know.
What? Kino not allowed to be moody? Is sensitive, especially at age of now.
I see. Then I hope you'll forgive me. So something worrying you? Anything you care to discuss with me?
Doubt if can help. But maybe Miss Melly have some advice.
Oh, very well. In that case, I'm all ears.
Kino follow Miss Melly and Shaw calls Skulky like to come with.
Yes, quite.
But at start, Kino never think Kino come to such very far away place. That why, when Kino leave, Kino not say bye-byes to Mama Pon. If Kino come back now, there's sure to be heck to pay. And Mama Pon angry, monster look like chew toy. Just thought of remember makes Moo go plunge.
Did Oka really have such force of character? But don't fret. It's only because she worries about you. That intensity is nothing but a sign that you are loved dearly, Kino.
Miss Melly sure.
Yes. I'd say she only scolds you because she cares.
Mama Pon get angry because love. Kino not really understand.
Look at it this way. Kino, you are her beloved son. If you were hurt, Oka would be sad, would she not? Therefore, when she scolds you, it's to try and ensure that you don't put yourself in harm's way. So, do not think it cruelty.
Kino no. Everything resolved if Miss Melly just tells Mama Pon to tone down harsh when angry at Kino. If do that, even Mama Pon may become a bit gentle enough on.
No, that I cannot do.
Mama, why no?
You really need me to explain. Isn't it the mark of a hero pon to take responsibility for their own actions? At least I believe Ricky did, to an extent. If you wanted to come with us, you should have asked Ricky and Oka's permission to begin with. Don't you think that's what a hero pon ought to do?
But
You'll find as you go through life, similar situations may reoccur. If they do, and if you act the way you did this time, nobody will acknowledge you as a true hero pon.
Miss Melly's so stern. Kino admit defeat. Sneaking on the boat was naughty behavior.
Kino, once you realize you have done wrong, you must reflect on it and rectify it as soon as you can. If you let the chance slip you by, you may not get another.
Kino got it, Miss Melly. From now, Kino promised to never follow friends or sneaky skulky again. We'll follow friends proudly.
Oh. It seems I didn't explain properly after all. What you did wrong was to cause Oka undue concern. So you'll have to accept your punishment, put time into self-reflection, and next time, simply do better. That is the behavior that will let you grow on your path as a mighty hero.
Understood. Kino promise.
I wonder if he really understood.
So yes, each one of these is fully voiced, but Yalgar's death is not. I've actually never seen any of these before. I intentionally did it this way so I could just go and have like, be like, oh yes, it's my first time ever watching these. Ooh, isn't that cool, or something like that, I don't know. So yeah, this is our first time watching these together. Isn't that cool? Anyway, one over here. We have to do all these, by the way, in order to unlock the, well, technically the last side quest. So yeah. Anyway, there's one over here. I believe each character has a total of 6 of these that they participate in, and they participate with, in 2 with each other character, I think. I don't know. Okay. Melia Nene.
These flowers, don't they smell heavenly?
Miss Melia is big fan of flowers?
Yes, because of my mother. When I was young, she often asked for my help with the villa's flower beds. How about you, Nene?
Nene also loves flowers very much.
I see. Then we have something in common. Before, when I spoke of them to a Homs friend, she said flowers are nice, but nothing beats a warm dinner. I got no understanding from her. Finally, fate sent me someone I can communicate with.
What Miss Melia say about dinner?
Oh, just talking to myself. The dinner part wasn't really relevant.
But Nene big fan of dinner too. Most of all, pollen orbs from factory in Frontier Village. They so very soft and so yummy scrummy.
Look, that's not... Hold on.
Meme?
When you said you love flowers, did you mean as a foodstuff?
Meh? There is meaning other than?
Ugh, I should have known. You're one of them. Nene, listen. Flowers are not simply special because they can be eaten. We can admire their beauty, or use them to create ornaments and works of art. And that is a great part of their charm.
Ornaments. Meme? Oh yes, Nene remember. Long ago Dedapon make Mamapon flower crown for giver's gift.
Ricky did that. That knock-on has hidden decks. In any case, I would like it if you also had an interest in inedible flowers. If you did, then you too, just like your mother in her own day, may know the joy she felt.
Okay, the next time Nene find flowers that cannot eat, Nene will make pretty flower crown for Miss Melia.
Huh?
To eyes and Nene, Miss Melia look most bestest in blue. What think?
While I appreciate the offer greatly, weren't you originally of the regarding flowers as food persuasion?
Meh? If you make pollen orbs from not eatable flowers, they bitter and not tasty.
Yes, a fair point. It is just as you say. So Nopon see different but equal value in flowers depending on whether they're edible. Maybe it was foolish in the first place to try and choose only one while discounting the other. Well then, I will humbly accept the sign of your affection.
Nene, roger that.
And yet, why do it for me? Won't Kino and Shulk feel left out?
There is very good reason. Nene just want to see smiling face of Miss Melia, bright as sun rays.
Oh my.
Meme? Something wrong? Nene, not say anything weird?
No, not at all. It was just how sincerely you said it. I should take a leaf out of your book.
Me?
Precious Nene, I look forward to the gift.
Nene, pull out all stops.
Although, I would feel a bit awkward were I the only one to wear one. Why don't we make them together and exchange them afterwards?
Meme? That sound wonder marvelicious. Is deal. No, in fact, is unbreakable promise.
Yes, naturally.
There we go. You ever just eat flowers? I don't. One nearby where Galgard frickin' died. Oh yes, you can have voice acting near where he died, but not when he died. Yep. Yeah, okay. Makes sense. Perfect. Makes perfect sense. Completely understandable. Anyway, right here.
Brother, sister Pon. Hope they're not giving Mama Pon too much trouble buckets.
Nene, there you are.
Something the matter?
Kino's been looking for you. Something about stubbing his toe?
Little Pon never change. Nene will rub back later and go, there, there.
You're a good sister, Nene. Or maybe more like a mum. By the way, what were you doing out here, Nene?
Nene been reminiscing about Frontier Village, tiny bit.
I see. So, that's where you were living before?
Yep, in past, Nene always adventure into Magna Forest with brother Sisterpon and climb trees every day.
I assume you were the responsible one then?
That silly question. Nopon boys all good for nothing lazy bones. It all too much for Mama Pon to handle, so Nene have to help take care of brother Sisterpon and Dadapon all full up.
I wonder what Ricky would have to say to that.
Dadapon, after he'd chosen for Village Hero Pon and set off on great adventure with Mr. Shulk, house become total pigsty, hungry little pon underfoot everywhere.
Wow, I had no idea. Wait, was this after Ricky joined us? So that must mean...
Yep, before Nene become friends with Mr. Shulk and friends here. We actually meet 1 year ago, back in Frontier Village. Dadapon, stomach rumbly rumbly. Dadapon, need food. Dadapon, give grab.
You're kidding? I'm sorry, I feel kind of bad about this now. Though, in my defense, you've really grown. It's almost like you're a whole different Nopon.
In Nopon biology, age between 10 and 15 often experience growth spurt. That why, when compare Nene now and Nene 1 year ago, it not too surprising if not realize they the same person.
It's still quite a surprise. I never knew that a Nopon could grow that much in a single year.
Now Mr. Shog No can rely on post-growth spurt Nene more than ever.
We can always count on Nopon. Us Homs could learn a lot from you.
But Nene have these moments lately when get teeny bit lonely. Ah, poor Hum Hum. Mr. Shog, such chowhound.
I don't think that was me.
Nene prepared some grub, too sweet. Now, Mr. Shog, go cook Kino and Miss Melia and tell to wash up.
Really, that's... We thought she was so grown up for always taking care of Kino. But really, she's just a kid. No wonder she's lonely.
Mr. Shog, something happened? Tell me too rumbly to move, or what?
Wait, I've got it.
Mama?
I'll round up all the others. Then after, we can all chip in with a meal. It'll be more fun that way.
Mr. Shog would not say no.
Okay. Let's see. I see one over here. I almost walked off that cliff. Okay. We should be able to just go walk this way for a bit and then fall off to the right over here.
I fear I approach my limit.
Please to hang in there.
Okay.
None here either. Why nowhere has sweet wasabi, ma? Kino always rants so frequent about sweet wasabi. Now head of Nene feel like full of sweet wasabi. Mama, Kino desperate. Kino. Oh, Nene have good brainwave. Huh? Kino, beloved sweet wasabi of Kino. Kino should imaginate it. Imaginate? Exact. Love of Kino for sweet wasabi be put to test by how well can imaginate inside noggin. If start imaginate, Kino just get double of hungry. It's not problemo. If imaginate hard will be like having sweet wasabi right in front of eyes. From there, Nene have good plan of action. Trust insist upon. Mama? Okay then. Kino will trust. All right. Talk Nene through it. What is shape of sweet wasabi? Sweet wasabi is small, thin long, and also bit lumpy. And what is color? Plantsy, but to eyes of Kino, it also look twinkly sparkly. Mimi, that the stuff? And then, what smell it smell of? Just from remember, Kino drool a little bit. Nene also drooling, if be honest. It almost like Kino tastes sweet wasabi, just like it here, even though not here. Okay, next. Time to eat imaginated sweet wasabi. But, if just eat, atmosphere not quite right. Kino play Hieropod. And Nene be trusty psychic, who gathers sweet wasabi as tribute for Hieropon. Nene will give Kino sweet wasabi, so Kino can eat and enjoy. Kino got it? Meme, noble Kino, behold, is sweet wasabi that Nene picked. Please to eat and be hearty. Mama, this most delicious experience of eating life. Brave Kino, this unworthy psychic traveled all across Bionis. Even had to play tag with Rotbutt one time. Sister Pon, that's amazing! Nene overcome many a scuffle scratch to obtain this sweet wasabi. Pleased to save a mouthfeel. Kino will. Kino eats every last bit, including stems. How is flavor? Hereupon Kino. This. Meme? Kino needs a few more bites. I want more! This! Meme? Huh? This just, no can have any flavor. Meme! Kino! Lack of imaginating his fault. Could say what Nene wants. No flavor is no flavor. Oh, brother Pon. But, Kino catch whiff. Smell of tasty morsel. Must be delicious snacklings nearby, Kino, but... Meh? Kino thinks so too? Nene just thought hunger was catching. Sister Pon is good snuffer. All right, we go in search of tasty crumbles. Let's go. Meh.
Let's go. Was that a frickin' Mario joke? Because only Mario says let's go. Nobody else says that. Okay, should be one right here.
Miss Tyrea seem like difficult sort of person to deal with.
Difficult, huh? Maybe so, but she's still far more mellow than before.
Miss Melia and Miss Tyrea know each other from where?
Well, it's a little complicated to explain.
Complicated how?
I'm just not quite sure where to begin. For one, Tyrea and I had never met until 1 year ago.
Houses too far apart, or...?
I was not allowed to venture outside. Moreover, I never even knew of her existence. She, on the other hand, seemed to know about me. We never met because work had been busy.
But how Miss Melia never know of? If sisters, then of course should know.
That's true. How can I explain this? Tyrea and I have separate parents. Different fathers and different mothers, both.
Meme! In same boat as Nene and Kino, then!
Just like you and Kino, Tyrea and I are not related by blood. But we had a half-brother with whom we shared a parent each.
Half-brother?
No parents in common, but a brother we are both related to. Therefore, Tyrea and I are not exactly complete strangers.
Meh. Brain of Nene's starting to melt.
I'm sorry. I did say it's complicated.
Nene does not understand. If both have same brother, why cannot be one family together?
Our parents being different, I and Tyrea have led very different lives. We never even met, let alone behaved as a family. Neither knows how to relate to the other, and so we struggle on.
It sounds like Miss Melia and Miss Tyrea both feeling more like Kino.
How do you mean?
Kino also not taught to anyone at first. Very hidey shy.
I don't think I'd call myself or Tyrea shy, exactly.
If you want to become good friends, but not know how to put in action, then it's exactly same. But as can see for self, now Nene and Kino super best of friends.
Do tell, how did you two achieve that? Would you teach me the way, please?
Answer is clear as day. Nene prescribed lots of play.
Play.
Also, sharing of yummy snacks and sleep together in same bed. If do that, become family in wink of eye.
I'm not sure I can do that with Tyrea. Seems like a lot.
Meh! Nene patience is exhaust. Miss Melia want to be sisters with Miss Tyrea or not?
Yes. I would really like that, I think.
So, now is best and only chance. No time for hemmings and whorings.
Best and only. Perhaps you're right.
Okay, then now Miss Melia go and say, "Hey, Sister Bon, come play."
Right now? I need some time to compose myself.
Oh, if Miss Melia must, but have to promise to ask soon.
Yes, I will. One day very soon.
Now we got one over here. Right there. Okay, Shulka Nene.
Why Mr. Shulk stopped so sudden?
I was just thinking about the cave near Colony 9. Do you know it, Nene? It's called Tephra Cave.
Nene no place. Nene tag along once with group of hum-hum. Went to fetch ether cylinders.
I've done that too sometimes. Went with Ryan a couple of times.
Mama, hooray for twinsies! Nene went there during rebuilding effort.
So you did your part to help Nene. Thanks for that.
It not thing that need thanks per se. Just doing civic duty. Must stay friends and work together. With all peoples that live in world.
That's right.
But folk here have lot of angry scuffles. Fight between neighbors bad. Should watch Nene and Kino. Learn to everyone play nice.
Well, I wouldn't say the people here are enemies exactly. They just don't know how to work out their feelings.
That just fancy way of saying fighting?
It's not exactly like fighting. Both sides do understand each other, but their paths took them in different directions.
What Mr. Shock mean?
If the two sides had simply hated each other, they wouldn't just leave. They'd try to drive the other side out by force. But that's not what they did. They still have common ground to stand on. And Melia's here now. They just need some time to mull things over.
Mr. Shock is very kind person. Very different from Mama Pon. When Nene and Kino get into bad fight, Mama Pon spank first, then ask questions. Nene and Kino always in tears, but always say sorries and make up with hug. End of end, friendship become much stronger. Being friends mean a whole lot more fun, and more fun is more good. Also, everyone in Colony 9 was friends from start.
Well, that's because everyone there was working to help rebuild. We all share the same dream.
But dreams of people here all really all that different from each other.
For now, I guess. But Melia's doing the best she can, and we need to as well.
Nene understand. Nene will wait until Miss Melia make dreams of everyone mushed together as one. But if dream of Miss Melia not go through to everyone, In that case, Nene will...
Nene will...
Nene will give vicious spankings, and no one's spared, even not Mr. Shulk.
What? Me as well? Just promise to be gentle.
Okay, let's see. The one right there. Okay, we're almost there. Looks like it's like around the, yeah, waterfall. Okay, we just better not fall off here. Otherwise, that means we'll have to go walk all the way back. Okay. You know what? Daytime. Okay.
So high up!
It really is, isn't it?
When stand on tippy edge, I'd go dizzy. Whoa!
Kino, don't get too close to the edge. If you lose your footing, you could fall.
Here is much safer. Strange view when come to think about. Clouds look like floaty fluff below feet.
You're right. I don't think I've ever been this high up before either.
Mama, a moment. If clouds are in direction down, this continent floating even higher up than clouds.
Exactly. It's floating much higher up than Frontier Village in Magma Forest. Or even Erith Sea.
Strange, so strange. But why this island is floating higher than even clouds?
I think I remember something from an old book. As I recall, the Bionis Shoulder was once inhabited by the Giants, a highly advanced race. There used to be many islands floating above Erith Sea, you know.
Kinono, teeny tiny islands floating in sky. Very fantastic view.
The Giants. They could process and utilize hoverstone, a mineral with floating properties.
Amazing! In Erith Sea, they gather so much hoverstone, it lifts up whole continent.
Actually, you might have it backwards. Maybe they took hoverstone from here and transported it back to Erith Sea.
Whoa! Elementary! Kino 220% agree.
Of course, it's best to take all this with a grain of salt.
Huh?
Until now, no Homs, or even High Entia, have set foot on this continent. That's why the book's author might only be speculating about some aspects.
No, it makes sense. Coming no mistaken theory of Shulk. Shulk really do know everything, just like Dad upon say.
Oh no, I'm positive there are things I don't know.
Dad upon say, friend Shulk is brainy smart, know everything. And also brave and cool, and could do anything if he put mind to it.
Did he really? I'm actually a little embarrassed now.
Nothing to be embarrassed about. It's only good thing. He also say Shulk is #1 sidekick of Dadapon. Next in line of awesome.
I see. Good old Ricky.
Let's see. So the one here and the one here we cannot do just yet. There's one here, here, and here we can do.
Miss Merly, everything okay?
I was pondering the shape of things that are to come.
Like fuzzy shape of King of Fog thing?
No, even beyond that.
Nina?
When this is over, when the battle is won, What will you do?
Miss Mally asked good question. Kino goes straight home and reports succeedings to Dadapon.
What will you tell him?
But Miss Mally and others make best as sidekicks.
Sidekicks?
Kino mean friends. Was slip of tongue. Miss Mally, please, no scary face.
Just a joke.
Mama, please not to intimidate Kino.
You wish to be a hero pawn, yes? If that was enough to startle you, you've got a long way to go.
Mama.
And yet, I hardly think you need to feel hurried. This journey we're on is a certain first step on the way to achieving your dream. I know you will have many chances to prove yourself yet. Also, I think you cut a very fine figure pursuing your goal.
Oh, then Kino already mighty hero pawn?
If you're asking that question, it's a sign you are not.
Miss Mally make no sense sometimes.
What will you do after you speak to Ricky?
Mama, what Miss Mally mean?
As laudable as it is to have made new friends, surely it is but the first step to herodom.
Mama, sidekick... friends is all Kino thought of so far. After Dadapon come back from adventure, he boldly brag about bring back many friends and have great success. So then, Kino also want to tell about how Kino make friends. That not enough reason to want.
What really counts is inside you, but you still have much time. Perhaps it would do you good to think on it a while.
Miss Mally not just tell? Miss Mally's such a meanie. Also, what is mean by still have much time? We not go back once King of Fog goes splosh?
You are forgetting something. The Junks is quite severely damaged. I expect we can repair it, but it will not happen overnight.
Nah, that did slip mind. But everyone expects big return of Hero Pawn Kino. What Kino going to do? Have ambitions, want travel to far, far land, talk to many much people, and then helping Wing if some in distress. What to doing, what to doing? Magnificent plan of Kino, encounter unplanned delay. Miss Mally, please to helping Kino.
I see you've taken my words to heart.
Mama, what Miss Mally mean?
To think, it was only a little while ago you were hiding behind Nene. You've come very far in such a short time. Helping those you encounter, no matter the problem. You've become quite forthright in our travels. Indeed, striving to make your dreams come true is a powerful thing.
So Miss Mally explain?
Well, being told the answers does not equal learning. How about this? Why don't we think on it together?
Mama, Miss Mally nice to Kino after all.
And the next one, we're gonna have to walk to probably. Or maybe we can go and skip travel here. And get the, I don't know. We'll see how long it takes to walk. Here we go. Okay.
Nice and warm. Snoozy and tozy. Sleepsy and sunsy. Sister Pawn, Kino just have dream of become Hero Pawn. Meh? Big impress, Kino. Even dream of being Hero Pawn in middle of a sleep. Sister Pawn there too. Nene in dream too? What Nene do? Kino and Nene were lying in sun, just like now. But then, it suddenly get dark. saw face of huge brog in front of own face. Mimir! Hope it not eat us. Tongue of brog all wormy long. With tongue, it gobble Nene right up. Oh no, Nene get ate? But to help Sister Pond, Kino gets self-ate too. Meh, what happened next? Inside the brog's stomach, full of pollen orbs. Oh, day of happy. How very lucky to be brog food. No, wait, how we get out? Kino and Sister Pond ate own fill of pollen orbs, ate till full. It sound like dream. So then, bodies of Kino and Nene swell up like balloon, and brog blur Kino and Nene out. Such wow! Nene and Kino jammy pants. And that how Kino become mighty hero pawn. Such sudden. Now, what give? Why not Nene become hero pawn? But, what happened? It was just dreams. Once woke up, no longer was hero pawn. Meh. Well, Nene think Kino become more closer to hero pawn each day. Kino, while travel with Mr. Shock and Miss Melia, Kino tried to talk to all many sorts of people. And also, ancient Nopon art of shifty slip that Kino practiced so long looked like it come along nicely. Mama, really? Hurrah! Kino happy to hear. Wait, how Nene know Kino was practicing shifty slip technique? Meh, he's not to sweat teensy details. Shifty also. Anyway, Kino working really hard to become hero pawn. Which mean, one day soon, become hero pawn in life, not just dream. Mr. Shulk and Miss Melia such amazing. Always give everything for others. They like real-life hero pawn. But what about... Kino defeat King of Fog could even do more by lonesome. Meh. Kino sure? Kino sure. But there's no need for Kino to fight by lonesome. Everyone defeat Fog King together. If fight alone, is always chance to slip up and make mistake. But when all together, help one another to succeed. Nene make sure everyone stay safe. And Kino make sure everyone stay healthy. Mama, Kino convinced? After beat King of Fog, Kino be hero pawn? For sure get big pat on back from bird people friends. And then maybe they build statue of Kino, hero pawn, vanquisher of King of Fog. Mama, Kino have to do it. Nene always by side of Kino, not have to worry one bit. Oh, thankings. With Nene by side of Kino, King of Fog just me a cloudy puff. That the spirit. Nene also set pluck to max.
And now we go north for the next one. Then after this, I think we'll have like maybe one left. So yeah. Or maybe we'll have more, I don't know, maybe I miscounted. I'm not sure. Alright, Shulk and Kino.
Shulk, looky look! Plenty of trees growing.
Looks like this area isn't very heavily cultivated. That might be why nature runs so rampant.
Big step for Nopon. Kino make this into Frontier Village Mark II.
Frontier Village, huh? I was amazed first time I saw it. All the pollen factories, built into that giant tree.
Nopon never use metal if can be helped. Except for Sisterpon, who like use hom-hom shields very much.
Oh, right. It's true, though. Ricky never did use a metal weapon. It looked more like a fruit of some kind.
Kino here, this is actually gumberry that store ether within. Kino just make it suck in ether, and then it shoot out contents like real rifle.
Is that right? I'm not sure I've ever seen a berry that big before.
Indeedy. Kino never see one lying around before, that for sure.
The plants that bear them must be very rare. I knew biters, but I didn't know you had curiosities like these.
Well, biter's still more popular. Little Pond Kino also wants to use biter, but no beef on wings, so could not carry properly. But then, when Kino gets in big sulk, Dadapon go and pick gumberry from somewhere.
Ricky did. So he can be a model father. I'm impressed.
Yes, Dadapon is true hero pon. This weapon only used now by Nopon 2 Wimpy to hold biter, but Dadapon was first one to discover. Everyone jumped for happy when introduced.
Ricky is a man of many talents, huh? A true hero pon indeed.
Dadapon say he get idea for making into weapon from Hombrom gun.
Inspired by a Hom's gun. Ah, Charla's ether rifle then. Though if he was going to make weapons, I would have been happy to help him out.
How about if Shulk give Kino pointers? Kino still not always hit target.
Pointers, eh? From what I saw, though, it seemed like you knew your stuff.
Kino also thinks so, but still sometimes miss.
Right. Then maybe you'd best learn how to properly handle the weapon.
Properly how?
Am I right to assume you've never really had proper training?
How's Shulk knowing of that? Kino, state of shock.
I reckon the weapon's more beat up than it should be. You don't want that. More prone to malfunctions.
What Kino should do?
It's important to be as careful as possible. Handle it too roughly, and you could end up warping the grip. If the aim is a little off, it could potentially be because of that.
How Shulk knows such things? Kino never figure out in a million years.
I've always liked tinkering with weapons. Even made my friend Ryan's weapon, in fact. That'll be why. If you need a weapon maintained, I'm your guy.
Shulk really second most awesome after Dadapon. Tell Kino more.
All right. But for now, let's reinforce this to help with your aim. In return, could you perhaps share some more stories?
Kino like that deal.
Okay, so I think we just have... let me just take a quick look. Oh yeah, looks like one left to do. So we go over here. And then we want to go back to where we, got basically annihilated by the Fog King earlier. And even to get to fight him, the story just fought him for us and lost. We just gotta go up all this way. Quite a bit of walking. There's also a pretty strong fog beast right there. We can probably beat him though. Let's just go in and attempt to beat him, why not? I mean, it'll give us frickin' the ability to upgrade some more arts, so hey, why not?
Witness my true power. Manifest yourself. The ether is flowing through me. Take me lightly at your peril.
I'm almost dead, I just realized. Crap.
I fear I approach. Manifest yourself.
Hey, thanks for the healing.
Manifest yourself.
Ow.
Kino Healy Bullet!
Protect us!
So this is a legendary mnemonic.
Okay.
All life.
Feel the ether building within me.
That's called
There we go.
victory. Kino plus psychics are non-defeatable.
Cool. Let's keep this up.
Got a new item. Looks like I don't know who it's for actually. That's worse than what you have, so we're not gonna use it. Got a landmark. So if we go to the left, we can immediately go and fight the final boss, the Fog King, if we really wanted to. Obviously, we're not going to do that just yet, because, duh, this is not the story episode. This is the side quest episode, the second one. But, yeah. Anyway.
Not long now, father, brother. With these two hands of mine, I will reclaim Alchemoth.
Hey, Melia. Are you nervous?
Do not worry, Shulk. I'm just a little heightened. Trembling with excitement, as Dumban might say.
That's good to hear. I suppose it's no great wonder, though.
How about yourself? You've been given a big role to play. Taking it in your stride as usual.
Well, I've been remembering our time on the Bionis shoulder. It hasn't been easy, but we found the refugees here. Got to know Teelan and so on. I'm glad we came.
I see.
If we can retake the capital, and then get ourselves back to Colony 9, that'll be us sorted.
Sorted, huh?
That's right. We're just about there now. We've got this, you know.
I'm sure.
What's wrong?
Say, Shulk. Tell me, what are your thoughts on the rift?
Right. Considering everything we've seen so far, we don't really know all that much about it. I've never seen anything like it. The Fog King, I mean. It's alien to the Bionis and Mechonis.
Indeed. The rift is a complete and utter enigma to us. All we know for certain is that its existence poses danger. A wholly new threat. For a wholly new world.
Sounds ominous.
Are my fears unfounded?
To be fair, there's a lot about this world that's different. Frankly, it's anyone's guess right now. Does it bother you? The rift, I mean.
I have an ill premonition.
Oh?
Disaster. Complete ruin. Inescapably looming over our future. I know not why, but that is the vague dread that I feel when I consider the rift.
Hey now.
I'm sorry. I know we have a big task ahead. I'll try to keep my chin up.
It's okay. Your misgivings may just be a weird hunch. Or for all we know, they might come true tomorrow. But there's plenty more we don't know. The future. No one knows it for certain. Still, that doesn't mean we're entirely helpless. Our actions, they're what shapes the future. We've proven that countless times already. So I think we'll get through this. If we stand together, no power in the world can stand against us.
Shulk. I swear, you never change.
Sorry. I guess I might have gone a bit overboard.
No, I don't think that's possible. I think your words have hit the mark exactly. The future is ours, and it is decided here. All we can do is give our all to build a better one. Indeed, whatever awaits ahead. I seem to be in your debt again. You keep doing this, always helping me when I'm down.
I didn't really do anything, though. I'm just happy I could lift you up.
My thanks. All right, then. We have crucial work to do.
Defeat the Fog King and restore Alchemoth, right?
Exactly right. Shall we?
I also believe that up here, go up here. Yeah, there's a skip travel point. Okay, so with all that done, I believe that should now mean that we are able to accept the last side quest. Well, besides what we've already had accepted. Yeah, okay, it's right there. So I probably don't have enough time to wait. Okay, yeah, he's right here. I probably don't have enough time to do this side quest as well as the other one, Ponspectors Silly Cry, in this episode. Plus, I am a bit under-leveled for it. So, well, wait, I said I don't have enough time in this episode. No, I do have enough time in this episode. Because this episode can go on as long as I want. I don't have enough time in this recording session to do that. So, I will be back in a bit to do those last two side quests, as well as, after we do the side quests, we unlock this and this quiet moment we can do. So we'll do those two, and the two side quests. And then this episode will be over. So yeah, I'll see you in a bit, and then next time, next episode, we'll finish the game. So yeah, I'll see you in a bit. Hello, and we're back. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna accept this one first. Okay.
Someone call?
Yes, it is me. Just what does the meaning of this? Maybe the Darn, I have to play as Melia. I want to play somebody different. I want to play as Melia in the last episode, but I am going to anyway. But she's got enough playtime so far.
Need something?
What is the matter, Maxis? You seem out of sorts. Lady Melia? Well, the thing is, some of the residents have been in an odd state of mind lately. Tried speaking to them, but we still can't make heads or tails of it. Certainly, when you mention it, I too have observed it. They seem unfocused, like they were not entirely there. So you're already aware, Lady Melia. I've been seeking the reason why they are acting this way. In fact, I found someone who seems to know something, but they refuse to tell me anything. I understand. That sounds most vexing. Indeed. Lady Melia, I know a great burden lies on your shoulders, and I am loath to add to it unnecessarily. Still, I must ask, if you find the time, will you mind, would you speak to this, someone in my stead? I don't know why I said mine. Well, I guess technically that makes sense grammatically. Would you mind speaking to, instead of would you speak to? I guess, yeah. Who may the person in question be? It is an Napon traveler by the name of Peruro. Okay. My deepest gratitude. The Napon should be under the blush marquee behind no bluish, not blush. I missed the I. I blended in with the U. The bluish marquee. I'm pretty sure it's marquee. Behind the shop stall. Best of luck, Lady Melia. Rest assured that your issue will be attended to with haste. If need any extra helping, Nene happy to lend support. Much appreciated, Nene. It's probably solved in no time. Okay. So... here. Alright, so, we're under-leveled for this, and I do not want to get, over-leveled. In order to, beat the side quest. because we're already good enough level to beat the final boss already. So I'm just gonna go and change on casual mode for these last 2 side quests. Just because. Alright?
Yay!
Suffer. Anyway, Meme, I want to ask Peru something. Peru bet is on request from Axis. Peru not wrong, is Peru? Peru copy, loud and clear. Peru not have anyone that can talk to except friends. In truth, it is fault the drink made by certain esteemed person of Peru acquaintance. That make people like this. Esteemed person tell Peru not to tell, but Peru having crisis of conscience when see people in trouble streets. I assume from their expression that this matter bothers them. What is it, Melia? You look pretty worried. I wish to know what troubles this person. Look, please dismiss me and asking. Fred's remember when Gather Up Peru's favorite? That was actually experimental product made by a esteemed person. Peru think it already plenty tasty personally. But one day suddenly, boss declare, if have Glenn and Serb, then product formula complete. Then he had Glenn and Serb the formula mix up into drink and sell to folks. Once folks have sip of drink, it all over. Become hopeless addicted. Hopeless addicted, not hopelessly, just hopeless addicted, okay. Every day, bleary-eyed people queue up to purchase. For not unlike Pororo, it is just tasty drink. But maybe for hum and bird people, have some other not so good effects too. But for a steam person, only thing that matters is profit, and profit is sky high. Once boss workout, drink sell, started to corner market on Glen Zerb. Hero cannot stop a steam person. But better friends try, then would succeed. Peru, beg friends to try, please. This is a sample of drinking question. Please, not to drink by mistake. Nah? You're a steam person? Could've sworn Peru said it already. Name of, a steam person is the great, the mighty, Lord Bana. Now, okay. For context, Bana is actually a character from a side quest, in the main game that I did not do because I do not care. He's basically, he serves as the main villain of side quests in both Future Connected as well as the main villain and the side quests of, the original game, kind of. Let's see, yeah. He's one of the hardest, side quest bosses to beat, I think. Just because, kind of meme. But anyway. And he sells drugs. Because of course he does.
Someone call?
How did things go? That's what was behind it. A drink made by this Bana miscreant put them in that state. Nothing has passed through the hands of Bana. Nothing that passed through the hands of Bana can ever be beneficial to Hyantette or Hom's physiology. It would behove us to thwart him before he concocts any further odds. Yeah, I can't read. Maybe ask for help, your help. You could deliver the drink to Razim and ask him to look into finding a cure. Oh, a terrific plan, Lady Amelia. With the right panacea, we could restore everyone to normal. Not everything, everyone. I shall count on you then, Maxis. Yes, ma'am. Meh? Hold it right there. Who's there? Plan was mere featherwidth from happy conclusion. Why meddling kids have to go and meddle again? Oh my gosh, Scooby-Doo reference! Huh? It's you. So dull and so dumb. I had not realized it yet. It me, future Emperor of Biona's shoulder, Lord Bana, and own fluffy flesh. Bana. You, Emperor? Surely you jest. I deathly serious. If plan of Lord Bana go off without hitch, would be already reality by now. You all even imagine difficulty of reaching to this point? Revoltingness of test batch, even though Peru say delicious. Something very wrong with that pawn. To make test batch into other delicious, first try mixing in growth stimulant, which found in storage. Growth stimulant, don't tell me you use. Don't interrupt when Lord Bond talking. Anyway, mixing stimulant did not fix your voltitude. What's time for new plan? Fish are delicious, yes? So next I tried mixing fish with drink. And to catch those fish, you stole the fish trap, did you not? Exactly, wrong? Why you keep trying to butt in? Bond not done with monologue yet. When mix and fish, for some reason drink become disgusting on top of rolling. But then, that when Lord Bonna made great discovery. That perfect thing that we was looking for. That magical thing that make anything into most delicious thing that ever exists. The Phantom Leafy Leaf. And there he mean herb of glutton? It had to be. Bonna overheard chattings with Radzum. Mr. Radzum, excuse me. After many miss and more miss, finally hit on a perfect formula for a miracle drink that so delicious and addict. Bonna Triple X, I don't know. Or how about I just call it Bonax? That sounds funny. If I sell Bonax to rubes, Bonna make mounds of dough and everything turned to gravy. In one genius move, Bonna control Bonna take control of whole Bionis shoulder economy and establish biggest empire of all. Oh my gosh, he's one of the Venetians! He's from Venice, guys! Oh no, I already hate him now. I bet he hates the Byzantine Empire. Do you seriously think true empires are founded on such selfish foundations? I cannot believe you. Have you ever heard of Venice? Birdgill shut mouth. You give Bonna no choice but to eliminate roadblock and revise plan. Oh, Bonna have another genius idea. Should use this area for fabrication plant of new revised Bonax formula. Resolution of plot will take place in open space, so Bonna can see faces of meddling kids clearly, contorted in shame. No, stop right there. Melly, we have to go after him. Yes. We must be heading for Alkion Wheats. Chase him down, but please be careful. Careful is not even my middle name. I actually said this is an active side quest. Let's just go control over here and walk towards him from here. Hopefully that's faster than walking towards him from where you were to begin with. I love collection points. Hi, how are ya? Why? Why you always have to throw spanners into Bonna's works? Day in, day out, day all about, Bonna have to run in a cursed wheel like feathered beast of burden. Is that a reference to Bonna and Xenoblade 2? Because he has to run in a wheel forever. Is that a Xenoblade 2 reference? Because that'd be kind of funny. And yes, it's actually gonna play this song for this fight. Bonna will express pent-up resentment through medium of merciless violence. It also plays this song. This is Tragic Decision, I believe. In the side quest, the first side quest with them in the original Xenoblade 1 game. So yeah, both in the main game and in the side quest Bonna fights, it plays this song, and it's just really funny. Ungod! Yeah, it's a fight and desire, we certainly won't disappoint. Don't underestimate him. Bonna's more dangerous than his act might suggest. Enough wagging of chance. Come in and get piece of Bonna's fist. How? You're in a pterodactyl thing, basket thing. How are you gonna punch us? This song does not fit this fight at all, but I love it. Anyway, this fight will be very easy. Ignore that. Pretend that never happened.
Nene,
It's okay.
sometimes these things happen.
On guard!
Watch out!
Manifest yourself!
Keep at it. I missed.
Shoot!
No good.
Darn, I messed it up.
Flowing through me! We need you, Shulk.
Ponspectors, your fighting spirit is plain to see.
Okay, I might as well show off what this does, because I've never seen it before in my entire life.
Ponspectors, do it now!
So yeah, that's what the healing thing looks like. Now we've seen all of them. And he's immune to topple, oh crap. I'm willing to bet if we can go and get off a big boy damage freaking Union Strike, is that's what it called? I don't remember. It'll one shot us. Let's just go and do that. I already messed it up. There we go. That's pretty good. Oh, he actually lived. Wow. Here we go. That was pretty easy. Meh, 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 meh. Or meh, excuse me. Egg, Bana cannot believe Bana lost again. But you bullies will not see Bana beg. Bana will go to grave with composure. With poise, pose, I don't know how to pronounce anything. With pure sportsmanship. Or do you say sportsmanship? I didn't actually read that. What will it be? Will you boil Bana? Roast Bana on spit? Scoop out innards, stuff with peppers and grill and coals? That sounds incredibly violent. I don't really know. What do you think we should do, Melia? You're really putting me on the spot here. Lady Melia, are you right? We've heard about what happened. Miss Melia, how about you let us take over from here? Very well, if that's your request, I see no reason to deny it. Thank you very much. I have every confidence that I can develop a serum to negate the toxicity and relieve the symptoms caused by your Bonax. But I sense a lot of potential in the drink. With the right tweaks, it could still turn into something useful. How would you feel about working with me to do some good for a change? That doesn't mean we'll just forget you burgled the storehouse to get at the growth stimulant. But as much as it pains you to admit it, some good came out of it too. Lenar and his folk came through for us. Right, when Mithril's fish trap went missing, I really thought things were about to get dire. But with the help of Vreda and Miss Melia and her friends here, we managed to build a new, better one. Individually, we are limited by our capabilities. But when we work together, work together with us and you'll see. Peru understand point very well. Mr. Bana is a terrifying brute, but also a clever and hard worker. That does seem to be the popular opinion. Oh, fine. You are all disgustingly soft, but since you compliment Bana so, Bana will stoop to working with. Great, thanks for understanding. They soften hearts and in heads. Lord Bana will show a scrappy shred of sorry, and they trust Bana immediately. And now that is taken care of, it's time for receive punishment. Yes, mustn't forget that part. And indeed, justice must be done. Man, they picked him up and moved him. That's all they did. That there, one not bond who, never learned. Haha, you hit the nail on the head. Still, he did provide us, quite a show. Shulk, I do believe that this town, these people will be alright. Yeah, I think so too. Now it's time for us to play our own, special part in the story. Well, not just yet. We still have something very important to do. And that is Ponspectors till we cry. Let's frickin' go. I wanted to play as Nene, so I'll do that. Oh, it's so nice to see that this enemy is like really weak compared to us now. Instead of being like a freaking red enemy, it's a blue one now. Ooh, that's so satisfying. Also unique monsters. So let's go and kill him real quick. Oh, I got toppled.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Scatter them like leaflets.
We've almost got. I'm really feeling it.
Nice moves, Mr. Shulk.
There we go, victory.
Let's stay focused.
But we cannot be reckless.
I wonder if any of the items we got are actually good. No. Yes. Has more slots, so of course. Oh yes, more Topple Plus. Oh, it's already in use, okay. Days Plus, I don't know. HP up because Melly has no health. Okay, sure. I just walk past these dudes. Gonna completely ignore them. Because I don't care. That's the wrong way. Gotta go this way. Ow. Did somebody say Twinkies?
Ponspectors, sorry to keep you waiting.
I think that's like a copyright violation.
Time for game of tag.
And here we go. Oh ho ho. Looky here. It's treasure chest. Oh my. It almost equal in beauty to delicate features on face of Tutu. Oh, hold on. One go and open. Can't open yet? Please hold on another moment. But where is monster that's supposed to be guarding, secret treasure? Meh, such awful anticlimax. Meh, 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 meh. Evelyn, what is, wrong with face? You look as if sea monster. Evelyn, did see monster. Evelyn, not kidding, and I'm pretty sure I pronounced this Evelyn earlier, but I'm pretty sure in battle quotes, she says her name is Evelyn and not Evelyn, so I'm just gonna say that now. Unless I'm actually misremembering it, but that is the reason why I'm saying it that way, but I could be completely wrong, I don't know. Everyone, now it's time to stand and fight. Nothing can, squat between, Ponspectors and well-deserved treasure. Time to kill a dragon. Oh no, it's level 80. Yeah, it's Evelyn. I was wrong. Okay, I don't even know. Well, I now know how to pronounce it, Evelyn. Yeah. So, very convenient. Thank you, game. Oh no. Now would be a great opportunity to use that one thing that heals you. The one unit strike. Oh no, that's gonna kill us, isn't it? Yeah, now you see why I went on casual mode. Now you have to walk all the way back. Crap. And we don't have a fully charged, party gauge either. Okay, so this time I'm going to go and, save up, the, party gauge for this fight instead. And just use it later instead of immediately. Just so I can make sure I can either revive myself, heal, or some other third thing. Like, attempt to insta-kill it, when it's at low health. Or something like that. Anyway. Alright, let's go. Yeah, that's why I'm playing as you, Nene. Okay, we're just gonna go on and save that up. Okay, so it seems it's immune to getting toppled, so it kinda sucks. Yeah, I'm just gonna go and do this. Alright, perfect. Oh yeah! We won! I already messed that up. We still won though.
Felt good to get that out of system.
One going to feel that one in the morning. Chief, please open chest already. Not make it quick. Might spell more monster trouble with capital M. Then why was DM not capitalized? Yeah, yes, that makes sense. It open. Golden shrooms are, good as God. Ponspector Guild is saved. Wait, were mushrooms inside box whole time? Oh. Something wrong? Maybe mushrooms shrivel up like face of, Granny Pond? That entirely correct. Why are they so dry? It says dry? Even fungus, contain, moisture dummy. I've been left out for a long time. Of course they dry out. And with this level of dry, there's no way to undry, even if soak in water. What? No, this is impossible. Golden shrooms of 1-1's dreams. What Chief wanted to do with mushrooms after get anyway? It's not normal to be such grubby trousers. I'm gonna say that golden shroom have flavor unlike any food stuff that anyone ever eat. Unparalleled delicious. If we could cultivate golden shrooms, we found, then we could start selling and never hurt for monies again in life. But with mushrooms so dry, plan is ruined. What Chief need money for anyway? Eh? Well, here's the thing. Right now, Archaeology Center is on verge of go bankrupt. When 1-1 become chief, old chief tell all about our financial situation. Long story short, it bad. Deep bad, dire bad. To reduce running costs, 1-1 reduce prospecting hours and change tack to focus on fundraise. When decide new slogan, also want to choose one that inspire Ponspectors to have pride and raise morale. 1-1 spend days and nights looking for way out of dead-end circumstance. Then one day, stumble on fateful memo that give 1-1 glimmer of hope for save center from getting repossessed. Setset had no idea. This one thing 1-1 not forget to say. Rather, it could not bring self to say and make co-workers feel unease. Chief, we Ponspectors are not just subordinates. We are colleagues, friends. If had said, everyone put noggins to work. And to snivel. We not let you give up so easily. Emma. Chief did not search chest thorough like. Fightful rummage properly, corners and all. Chief, quick to cast peepers this away. Underneath dusty layer of dry golden shrooms. All this stuff look expensive as hex. They're more chunky loot than even not by merchant area. If sell all this, we'll definitely make bank. I tend to have to agree. If we convert Luke into monetary assets, Archaeology Center is saved. Wicked. Ponspectors could never have discovered Fabled Treasure without friends. Golden shrooms all dry and gnarly. But other stuff have economic value. Future of Archaeology Center look bright. 1-1 also find this a treasure chest. It's promised will give to friends. In truthness, it's hardly enough to repay all favors that friends do for 1-1 and other Ponspectors. To sweeten the deal, Ponspectors playing around until friends are ready to go home. How sound? Favor for favor. His glorious new favor sharing economy. We now are partners, yes? And as partners, we can work miracles. And there we go, we have completed every single side quest.
Nene feel how much more sprightly.
Level up. And now, we're one level behind what we need to be for, the, side quest we just did. Anyway, this is a relatively not bad item, I think. I don't know what to give this. Oh yeah, increased movement speed, heck yeah. I want to go fast. Anyway. I'm gonna go to Bion's shoulder. And go like, over here, I think. Then we can go and, just walk up all the way over here. I may want to level down for the final boss, because I know it's not that hard. I've never lost to it before. So, if I do, that'll be a nice new experience, won't it be? Yeah. Anyway. Let's go and walk up here. We can go and view one of the quiet moments which is locked behind, doing the one, side quest with Bana. So, yeah. Also gonna have to figure out where that one last item is for the Collectopedia, if I haven't already gotten it. Yeah, I'm gonna need to find that. And then all of these items here, these four, they all spawn at every single collection point, so we're just gonna have to get lucky in, Alchemoth, so yeah. Anyway, is this. And... excuse me? I've done literally everything. Do I need to go and view that one down there first? Ah, crap, no, I'm gonna die.
Nene say sorries.
Okay, I'm just gonna assume that first of all, I want to switch Melia to party leader. And second of all, I'm gonna wanna have to view this one right here first. I don't know. I've done literally all the story possible. Unless the only can be viewed after beating the game? Maybe? Is that it? Because I'm not too sure. If that's the case, then, well, we'll be seeing these after, this episode then. Because I thought it was, like, after, beating every side quest and doing literally everything. But if it's after just beating the story, then that's a bit different. Okay, we can view this one.
It's a fateful thing that you and I should see each other again here, like this.
Tyrea, what brought you to the Bionist's shoulder?
A good question. Honestly, I had no motive. I wandered without aim, the Bionist no more. Before long, I found myself here. That's all.
So it is but a work of chance. Is that right?
Exactly. Though I certainly didn't expect that chance would bring me back to Alchemoth. The rest is just as I told you. I helped Elam with his research and surveilled the city, waiting for the right opportunity.
So then, you're saying you remained here in order to win back the capital, yes?
If I'm honest, I have to admit, I did consider it. At least until the Fog King appeared.
And then?
The people who still live here, when I showed up, I was a dead woman walking. But they took me in without question. People like that, falling victim to that accursed monster. It doesn't bear thinking about. That's why.
You feel yourself indebted to them, right? Tyrea, you've changed.
Have I? Have I really?
Tyrea, if it's all right with you, why not come with us?
Melia.
We can't pretend the past didn't happen. I know that. But still, can't we at least band together?
I can't.
Is that so? Forgive me, Tyrea. It was thoughtless not to consider your feelings. You must see me as your mother's killer.
You misapprehend. That's not at issue here. I just don't understand.
What do you mean? What don't you understand?
Since the day Yumea drew her final breath, I've lost sight of the path I should walk. It's still the same now. What can I focus on? Where should I go? What will bring meaning to my existence? Even my staying here, when it comes down to it, I'm just resigning myself to the winds of chance.
Tyrea, that's wrong.
Melia, you continue to misjudge me. I have not changed. I've never known anything, not even my own desires.
I can tell you feel lost, Tyrea.
I've never had anything remotely resembling your brilliance.
Everyone, and I mean everyone, feels doubt. We lost sight of the right path in the Great War. We all did, not just you. I did as well. Nay, I still do now. If I said all my doubts were behind me, it would be a heinous lie. When your heart is lost at sea and drifting, it takes time to find answers within. And when you've lost someone important to you, it takes more time still. Hear me. You are strong enough. In time, you will find your answers.
My skills were once widely recognized, though I may have used them to try and end your life.
Is that still something you wish to do?
If that were the case, you would have gone sailing over the edge of the Bionis shoulder a long time ago.
I believe so too. When in reality, I'm standing here talking with you. So then, I think that leaves us some room for friendship. Doesn't it?
You speak just like those Homs you traveled with.
I take that as a compliment, actually. But it's as you say. It's yet another thing I've learnt from them.
Why are you so damn persistent? Is that your crown princess duty? Or do you simply pity the weakling I've become?
Enough. I'll hear no more of this self-loathing. My heart tells me it's the right thing to do. That is all. That is my reason, and the only answer you'll get.
Melia.
What's more, Tyrea? You're all the family I have left. Listen. Once we have dealt with the matter at hand, would you please give me your answer again?
And what if I cannot give you the answer that you're looking for?
I will respect whatever conclusion you arrive at, so long as it's one you can live with.
Don't get your hopes up.
Fine. That will suffice for now. I'll be waiting, Tyrea.
Should I really go along with Melia? Am I worthy? After all the years spent in shadows, all the blood. Yumea, Mother, please give me a sign.
There we go. Now, I think the last item we need, look Wikipedia, supposed to be a collection point nearby this island here. And I do not see a single collection point anywhere near here. Well, there's one. There's two. And screw you, I'm going to kill you. You will be no problem for me now that I'm on casual mode and way higher level than you. Okay. Here we go. Give me your items. And now let's go and check these collection points and hope we get the item we need. Nope. Got it. That's the wrong button. Wait, no, that wasn't it. Wait. Wait, what did I do? Oops, I pressed the wrong button on the friggin' website. Okay, I now know where they are for real. Why am I pressing the wrong buttons every time? Okay. Also, it tells you information of every Ponspector here. So yeah. Yeah, Hikasa is the longest serving Ponspector. And the shortest serving is Fufora. Anyway, somewhere in here. Let's see. I messed it up. Okay, let's go. So, there are 3 collection points in here that it should spawn at. The rest of Alchemoth's Collectopedia, they can be collected at any collection point, and it's just random chance for each collection point, so I'm not even going to show that on screen when I do that. Okay, I got it. Category complete. And area complete. So, now we gotta collect 4 more items. I will do that off screen some other time. That will be in between me recording the final episode and this episode. I'll just do it off screen and I'll show it off after, well, no, when at the beginning of next recording for final episode. Anyway, the last thing we're gonna do is go back here and see if we can do that last quiet moment. Unless we have to beat the story for some reason, which I doubt we'll have to do. I'm pretty sure the game just wants us to complete the previous one before we do... We just did, before we do this one. So yeah, let's go. It'd take a long time to walk up here. And collect every item even though we don't need them anymore, because we've already done everything. Besides get the Alchemoth collection done, but that's for later. Okay, change the time of day. Today. Let's go.
Tyrea, do you perchance remember the day that we two first met?
I was wondering what you'd come out with. You finally decided to settle some past grudges, have you?
Not at all. I just found it quite moving. Though we crossed blades, contended for our very lives, here we are standing shoulder to shoulder, gazing out at our shared ancestral home.
Quite. Getting over all that was a minor miracle. If someone told me a year ago that we'd be doing this, I'd have carved out their spleen for suggesting it.
Tyrea, about what I said to you before.
Yes,
Are your doubts allayed?
perhaps. Not all of them. However, my answer to the question you posed is more or less ready.
Tell me then.
Melia, you are the last High Entier of Imperial blood.
Well, yes, that is true. Although, are you not also?
Quiet. You must continue the line. You and none other. You are the light, Melia. You must lead us. Gather our people under your banner. I don't think I ought to be there for that.
Why, Tyrea? What leads you to say such a thing?
The fact is, I was an Inquisitor of the Bionite Order, my very existence prescribed by law. You know what role the Order played in the Imperial family's history. I hardly need to remind you.
Tyrea,
Understand, I regret none of the deeds I did for you, Mayor. But even so, all that I have done in that life lingers on inside me, a burden I can't escape. All I do is cast a deep shadow on your radiance. As the Imperial line rises to greet a new age, I would contribute nothing. I'd be a hindrance.
how can you hate your own self that much? If that is the answer you wish to give me, then it would be wrong for me to speak out against it. But I will say this, Tyrea. Imperial blood yet runs in your veins too, as does the mixed blood of Ahoms. We are no different. How could we be?
At this point, it doesn't mean a damn thing.
You're wrong.
Stop talking. I told you not to get your hopes up.
Can it really be your intention to keep blaming yourself? Why? Why won't you turn your eyes to the future? Is this what your mother would have wanted?
How dare you? You didn't know, you Mayor. You didn't know my mother.
Meh! Two of you, stop flaptraps!
Nene, what are you doing here?
That question very irregardable. Nene simply observes sneaky like from hiding. Miss Tyrea, Miss Melia, Sister Pon fight is counterproductive.
What?
It's better to hug and make up blinkety-snap. If not, Mama Pon, roll up sleeves, then everyone's sorry.
Quit this clowning! We are not!
Incidentally, Nene is older Sister Pon, so even in fight with Kino, always make up swifty quick. But it's not because Mama Pon's scared into submission, okay? Actually, it's what Nene like to call mature attitude. Ugh, just thinking about make old scars and Nene itchy. But anyway, bottom line is fighting is bad. So, now is when pleased to hug and make up. Go on, say, sorry, Sister Pon.
What is this thing going on about?
Mother, huh? If your mother... If Yumea were here now, looking at us like this, I wonder what she would say.
Hey, don't tell me you're taking it seriously. It's spouting nonsense.
Not it! Nene's nothing! Nene's Nene!
What point is there in talking about it now? There's no way for us to know. She's dead and gone.
My apologies, Tyrea. I know you put great faith in her. So I just thought... But it's as you say. I'll admit, I never understood your mother's mind. Even at the very end.
Yumea's devotion to the Bionite Order was how she honored the Imperial line. And also, how she channeled her woe over our ultimate fate. Her spirit contained no falsehood.
I see.
Due to the loftiness of her faith, Yumea could be very severe towards both me and herself. I'm sure if she could see me now... Attending at Yumea's side, serving her unto exhaustion was my whole life. Yumea's desires were mine as well. What's more, the blood that flows in me is in essence
Tyrea?
Yumea's blood and her will. Are they really doomed to just cease to be? Would Yumea really? Would Mother simply allow this?
Hey, whatever has got into you?
Melia, if Yumea were here, if she saw me, saw us two, here's how she'd rebuke us. If you wish a future for the High Entia, you must do whatever is in your power.
Huh?
Changing one's way of life means negating your past self. I tried to change myself, and the path I walked until then, I disavowed. The precious path I had walked as Yumea's loyal retainer. Let me be me then. The Empress's... your shadow. And I'll do what's in my power.
So then, you will not change your ways, but still walk alongside me. Is that correct?
Yumea, Mother, kept me by her side for that purpose. She already showed me the road that I should take. I think I'd like to repay her by putting her will into action. For her, and for the future of the High Entia.
I see. So that's the answer you have chosen. I'm glad that is your decision, Tyrea.
You may be a fitting vessel to inherit the throne, but as a politician, you'll be much too soft for your own good. If you got blinded by pretty ideals and came to ruin, I could never face my mother.
No, I'd never be so...
Let's face it, you'll need someone to rein you in when you get too blinkered.
Frankly, I find the suggestion somewhat offensive. All right. But in that case, I must make a pronouncement too. I, Melia Antiqua, Empress of the High Entia, by my name do solemnly decree. Be thou guardian, for our subjects and the race entire, act the mistress of unseen shadows, and pledge thy very life to this throne. Swear your might, to my bidding, Tyrea.
I accept. I will honor this commission, Your Majesty.
Miss Tyrea, Nene very proud. Managed to apologize very beautiful. Major sister bomb vibes.
Who are you calling sisters? And I'll have you know I've nothing to apologize for.
Ma'am? But Miss Tyrea just did proper big bow to Miss Melia, no?
You little... Are you actively trying to insult me?
No, ma'am. But bow have plenty sorry feel. It's just like when Dadapon make apologizes to Mamapon.
Whatever. I'm too old for this.
The future is within our grasp, sister mine.
Okay, so next time on Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition Future Connected, we go and beat the crap out of the Frog King. And in between then and now, I will go and complete the Alchemoth Collectopedia. So yeah, I'm going to suffer because some of those like items have like a 6% spawn chance or something like that. So, you know, that's gonna suck. But yeah, I'll see you next time. I'm gonna live?
I fear I am
Oh, I
reached
am.
my
Okay,
limit.
good.
Please to hang in there.